Hello friends, in this video we will discuss life cycle of Nannandrous species of Oedogonium. So, suppose this is a plant body of Nannandrous species. So, we know that plant body of Nannandrous species is filamentous. It is multicellular and filamentous, and this plant body is always haploid. Any cell, any intercalary cell or cap cell of this filamentous plant body will function as zoosporangium, and inside this zoosporangium, zoospores are produced or zoospore is produced. This zoospore is motile, it is multiflagellated motile structure. It will germinate and form plant body. So this zoosporangium is also haploid, this zoospore is also haploid. This is asexual. Asexual reproduction in Nannandrous species. Asexual reproduction occurs through zoospores, which are formed inside zoosporangium, and they will germinate and form plant body. Now coming to sexual reproduction. So this Nannandrium species is further of two types. Gynandrosporous and Oedogandrosporous. Gynandrosporous and Oedogandrosporous. When Oogonia and androspore or androsporangium, both are formed on a single filament. Then it is called Gynandrosporous, and when both are formed Oogonia and androsporangia, it's not anthridium, it's androsporangia. Both are formed on separate filament. Then it is called Oedogandrosporous. So plant body of Nannandrous species of two type. It may be Gynandrosporous or it may be Oedogandrosporous. If it is Gynandrosporous, then both of these are produced on same filament. But in case of Oedogandrosporous, both are produced on separate filament. Oogonia is produced on separate filament and androsporangium is produced on separate filament. So this plant body, we know that it is filamentous. Any cell of this filamentous plant body can form Oogonia, and it can also form androsporangium. If this is a Gynandrosporous species, then both are formed on single filament, Oogonia and androsporangia. If this is a Oedogandrosporous species, then both are formed on separate filament, on separate plant body. Then there will be two plant body. One plant body will form androsporangium, another will form Oogonia. So now further, so this Oogonia is also haploid, androsporangium is also haploid. This Oogonia will further form egg. This androsporangium will form multiflagellated structure, that is androspore. It is also haploid, egg is also haploid. This androspore then will germinate and form dwarf male, or it can also be called Nannandrium. It will germinate, androspore will germinate and it will form dwarf male or Nannandria. This dwarf male or Nannandrium further will form antheridium. Dwarf male is also haploid, antheridium is also haploid. This antheridium then will fuse with egg. It will fuse with egg and zygote will form. So this zygote here is 2n. This zygote then divide by meiosis and form meozoospores. These zoospores further will germinate and they will form plant body. So this is life cycle of Nannandrous species. Here you can see that all the events, all the structures that are formed in this complete life cycle are haploid, except zygote, which is diploid. So you can say that here haploid phase is dominant. So this type of life cycle where haploid phase is dominant is called haplontic life cycle. So Nannandrous species of Oedogonium have haplontic type of life cycle. So it is a plant body. Its plant body is filamentous. It is haploid. It forms, any cell of it form will zoosporangium, and zoosporangium will form zoospores. They will germinate and further form plant body. So when we will talk about sexual reproduction, this plant body will produce oogonia and androsporangium. If it is gynandrosporous, then both will be on same filament. If it is ideandrosporous, then both will be on separate filament. So this oogonia and androsporangium. Oogonia further will form egg. Androsporangium will form androspore. It is multiflagellated, motile structure. Androphore then further form by germination. It will germinate and form dwarf male or Nannandrium. This Nannandrium will further form antheridium. This antheridium will fuse with egg and zygote is formed, which is diploid structure. This zygote then divide by meiosis and form meozoospores. These zoospores will germinate and form plant body again. This is life cycle of Nannandrous species of Oedogonium.